guys, Shadows One here with Shadow Gaming, here to cast another League of Legends game for you guys. We've got Lulu and Vayne bottom, Jarvan jungle, Vladimir middle, Kazakh's top versus... I'm gonna go ahead and pause it here for a second. Kazakh's middle, Vladimir top, I'm sorry. Versus Poppy top, Ziggs middle, Tristana, Sona bottom, and Shaco jungle. So, as you can see, it's about 3.5 minutes in when, at the time of joining in. Let's go ahead and, see what see what action's going on. We joined just after First Blood, it appears. Kazakhs is 1-0 versus that Ziggs. And, yeah, it looks like Jarvan helped with that. In the meantime, Poppy died up here at top versus Vladimir, which that's not very good at all for Poppy at least. Sorry, first cast of the night, and yeah, this is actually going to be a double feature. So immediately after this, after this match is done, I'm going to cast another match. I don't know who it's going to be, but I know that I figured out that Riot's only posting the watch live thing. It's only for the 2K ELO and above. So, yeah, it's going to be 2,000 ELO or higher games I'm casting tonight. Which I didn't realize that they're all 2,000 ELO or above. I'm still in 1,000 ELO area. It looks like now Poppy's middle versus Kazakhs and Ziggs' top versus Vladimir, which... that's a more fair fight for both teams. But in the meantime, we've got Tristana poking away at Vayne and Lulu right now. Let's just take a look at the gold differences real quick. Sona just now getting 1,000 gold versus the only 800, almost 900 now of Lulu. So she's doing pretty good. In the meantime, Lulu is gonna go ahead and back off because she's pretty low. Tristana does rocket jump in, but wind up taking about 2 turret hits to the back because really, what is she to do at that point? In the meantime, Kazakhs and Poppy are just kind of going toe-to-toe. In the meantime, Lulu finally did die to Tristana there, and Tristana actually got a double kill on Vayne, but Vayne did kill Tristana. I'm guessing Tristana got the kill thanks to Ignite, and I would assume correctly on that one. It looks like now Vladimir just having a rough time with Ziggs, but Ziggs almost so... I mean, with Vladimir's transfusion, he's in a pretty good spot to go ahead and, just continue to stay in lane because that's what he does. And I'm actually doing something here that I saw being done when I casted a tournament not that long ago, so Shaco can be bought down here. Ziggs can be bought here. There we go. That just lines the ADCs up with each other, the supports, the tops, the middle, and the jungle. Just so that way it's easier to see the goal differences between them. We actually see Poppy right now getting caught out by Jarvan. Looks like Shaco coming in to try and help Poppy, and Poppy actually doing some substantial damage to that Kazakhs. Kazakhs does get away just barely though with about 200 health left. And I like this play from Kazakhs going straight for the Tears of the Goddess and building that towards the Malamune, and then gonna have that obviously passively upgrade to the Muramana, which that's a really good item for him just because it gives him more mana. And actually see Sona getting caught out here by both Vayne and Lulu, and actually Tristana gets the kill on Vayne and Sona barely survives. Look at Tristana actually get a double kill again on Lulu, and wow, Sona playing it so greedy. Just staying in lane that much longer to try and, get the assist gold. And again, let's take a look at the gold real quick. 1.9k for Sona versus the 1.3k for Lulu. That's quite a big margin. We're about 800 gold difference, 700 to 800 gold difference right now between both teams. And a lot of that's in the supports. It's overall, but still, it's a big chunk, and we actually see Shaq over here going ahead and stealing blue from underneath Jarvan's nose, which Jarvan's probably pretty pissed about that. Although Shaco does get caught out by Kha'Zix here, Kha'Zix does jump onto Shaco again. May actually wind up killing Shaco. No, Shaco deceives away, and luckily he'll survive. Looks like now Poppy is going to go straight for Jarvan and get the kill on Jarvan. And now she's susceptible to getting just completely wrecked by Kha'Zix. But Ziggs does come in here from the top and just deter Kha'Zix from, pursuing that any further. In the meantime, Vladimir's still just pushing top, and nice Vayne actually getting the kill on Sona right there, who was just pushed out a little too far. I don't know if she DC'd or what happened. Actually, we see Shaco does DC for the blue team. So, looks like a full team DC? Question mark? I mean, I know Ride's doing a live maintenance right now, so yeah, looks like almost a full team DC. There's Kha'Zix. There's Tristana. Still waiting for Poppy to get back. Still waiting for Ziggs to get back. Lulu, I think, DC'd. No, Jarvan was the one that DC'd for the purple team. But he appears to be back now. There's Ziggs at least, so just waiting for Poppy to get back, it seems. If only these were tournament rules. Actually now we see Poppy does come back and really didn't miss much other than just a little farm in middle, so not too worried about that. Kha'Zix, as I said, is building towards that Tear of the Goddess. Or not the Tear of the Goddess, he already has that, but the Manamune, again, to build that to the, obviously have that upgrade to the Muramana once he has that 750 cap. And I believe he's going to go for Warmogs, because that's pretty much the standard now on just about anybody, whether you're support or ADC. That's what you're going to get. In the meantime, Vayne does get the kill on Tristana down here at bottom, which they definitely needed that. Knock Tristana down a peg, and Vayne gets the double kill on Sona there with Jarvan and Lulu help. More or less the Jarvan help than Lulu. Actually see right here, Shaco does get the kill on that Vladimir, and just kind of evening it up a little bit, and we actually see the purple team now is about 1.4 to 1.5k gold in the lead. Which, that's a good spot for them to be, considering they were about 800 gold behind the blue team. But yeah, it looks like now the blue and purple team are just gonna even out a little bit here. Poppy's gonna lose in lane no matter what to that Kha'Zix, just because of Kha'Zix's poke ability. And what did he evolve first? Appears he evolved his spikes first, which I agree with, because that'll just allow him to farm that much more. For those of you that don't know, his evolved spikes pretty much turn into an AoE frontal cone, kind of like how trying to think of who else would be a good example. Kind of like how Shyvana's Dragon Breath is, her E, when she's in dragon form, kind of that frontal cone. Actually, Sona just getting damaged right now by that Vayne, and Tristana getting some pretty nice damage off on that Lulu and managing to pick up the kill on Lulu right there underneath the tower. Tristana may actually go for the double kill here, but it appears she's probably gonna have to try and leap away. No, she just barely gets away just by the skin of her teeth. Meantime, we do see Poppy right now running away from Kha'Zix, and as I said, Kha'Zix going ahead and just completely wrecking that Poppy, which not much she can really do versus Kha'Zix. Meantime, we do see Ziggs right now pushed behind his first tower because it's obviously dead now, but this is just a bad spot for the blue team to be in. They're about 400 gold behind now. It's kind of still early to call it. They're actually in the lead now thanks to that tower kill. They're about 200 gold in the lead. And let's just look at the items real quick. Tristana almost has her Bloodthirster. Vayne almost has hers, but Tristana does have the kill advantage and the CS advantage. Sona has three more. Now she's just grown her lead on the CS above that Lulu, but let's see, Lulu's had 215 from that. And yeah, Sona's way behind versus Lulu. But she does have her Ruby Sightstone before Lulu does, which, as far as I'm aware, the Ruby Sightstone is really, really. It's one of those, like, must have items for support. Because it gives you that health you want, plus it gives you the free, like, 3 wards. You know? Nice ult right there by Sona, but no real follow up to that. Yes, Shaco and Poppy are there now. Poppy actually gets the kill on Kha'Zix, which that's really good. But Vayne does get the kill on Sona. But looks like now Tristana will get the kill on that Vayne, or maybe not. No, Tristana won't get the kill on that Vayne thanks to Lulu's perfectly timed ultimate, and Shaco just in the wrong place at the wrong time the entire time, and Poppy now just going onto that Vladimir and not letting up, and Shaco gets the kill. I'm guessing with his... No, he got it, I'm guessing with just auto attacks. Meantime, we did see Jarvan get the kill on Tristana, and Shaco get the kill on Jarvan, which, again, kind of to be expected. And Poppy just doing a ton of damage with that Q. And she'll now just tank the tower with, you know, very, very little damage coming in. You know, just the tower, she can survive a hit or two on the health she had. See Kha'Zix now trying to defend top, and I think he's gonna go for a Warmog's armor, which that's a pretty standard item again on just about everybody. You know, we see Jarvan building towards a Aegis of the Legion, then probably upgrade that to a Runic Bulwark. Vayne and Tristana do have both their boots and their Bloodthirsters now. So not really much to commentate on there. I'm just going to have it on directed camera for now. Which, there we go. So that'll allow me to talk a little bit. And actually, Ziggs right now getting called out right there by Kha'Zix and just launching himself in the completely wrong direction. Kha'Zix now is going to take advantage of that and probably get the kill on him. Unless Jarvan comes in, which it looks like Jarvan will get the kill first. No! Kha'Zix with the beautiful Void... what is it? The Void Spikes? Void Spike, yeah. Get the beautiful kill with the Void Spike there, so... Not, you know, nothing surprising there. And Lulu does that to Shaco, which... She was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. She was warding, and now it looks like Shaco will probably get the kill on Vladimir too here. Yes, he will, thanks to Sona, obviously. He did get the kill, however, with his dual Shiv poison. I think that's the name of it. Yeah, twin Shiv poison, I'm sorry. And Tristana now looking to maybe come in and jump in on that Vayne, but I don't know. And as I said, Tristana building right towards that Warmogs. Unless she is going for a Frozen Mallet, which I wouldn't necessarily advise against or for. Tristana does jump in here, which, you know, more power to her. Nice Ziggs ult, taking away a lot of Jarvan's health right there. I would say about 500 of his health, if not more. Let's see, Ziggs' ultimate does about 380, so I was off a little bit. I was off by about 120, so forgive me. And seeing as we're only like 5 seconds behind, there we go. Number 1 second behind. Kha'Zix does get the kill on Sona, but only after the blue team does get the kill on that tower in the middle there. And now we're caught up with live, so yeah, this is even after our, 30-second pause? I'm guessing it's because the game slowed itself down once a couple people DC'd. Now the purple team will go ahead and take Dragon here, pretty much uncontested. Like, yes, Shaco's there waiting in the wings, so is Tristana and Ziggs, but really there's nothing that they could have done, and Jarvan does get the kill there. Shaco does jump in trying to get a kill there. Kha'Zix does die to Ziggs right there, and Vladimir getting the kill on Shaco, and Vladimir just dangerously low. I'm gonna have to take it off of manual now, or off of direct, and that Vladimir's at 330 health and dies right there to Poppy's Q, which I can't really say I'm surprised about. Vayne now trying to do the best she can to not die to that Poppy. Does knock Poppy back, and nice Q right there, or no, was it? I think it wasn't Q. Was her E? Yeah, her E that got her right out of Jarvan's Cataclysm and allowed her to get that kill on Vayne. Now it looks like Poppy will get the kill again uh on Lulu, and just seems like now the blue team's gonna start snowballing with that Poppy just becoming too farmed and fed at this point. Let's see, Poppy is 6-3, so she's on the same lines as Tristana. A nice jump in right there by Poppy. Nice hold by Ziggs too, right into Jarvan's head again. Tristana does pick the kill up, making her 7-3. And again, I'm kind of interested to see what Tristana makes of that Giant belt. It actually looks like now that Kha'Zix's trying to get the blue for himself. And ooh, sorry guys, almost sneezed there, and I think I will sneeze in about a couple of seconds. But anyway, yeah, it does seem like that the blue team now is gonna just start snowballing left and right between Poppy and Tristana. Not really much to stop them. I mean, again, not much else to say on that one other than, I mean, we do see Vladimir now with the Warmog's armor. Tristana did port back to base, I believe, or she's about to. Yeah, she's porting back to base now. So we'll see what she builds that Giant's belt into. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if it is a Warmog's because they did buff it substantially. It now gives a passive 1,000 health plus, you know, ton of health regen based upon your maximum health. As you can see for Vladimir, it's about almost 46 health a second, or every 5 seconds. So that's a lot. Also considering he's, you know, he's one of those champions that can go full health or full AP and be just fine. Looks like he's going a mixture of both. He gets an extra 30 AP and an extra 90 health from his items. Again, that's his items alone. And maybe he's building towards another Warmogs or a Sunfire Cape. Probably Sunfire Cape at this point because Warmogs don't really stack like that as far as I'm aware. Unless there's a new meta that I don't know about. I mean, looks like right now Vayne's going ahead and farming middle a little bit. Tristana's doing the same thing. Looks like Tristana opting to go for Phantom Dancer before doing anything with that Giant belt. Kha'Zix right now just getting the jump on Shaco there. Shaco popping his ult, I feel prematurely though. Kha'Zix will get away relatively unscathed. And actually, no, it looks like Poppy's gonna try and come in here. She does heroic charge onto the Canyon minion. And it looks like now she'll be saved by Sona and the wings right there, which is not something I really generally say. And it looks like now Poppy actually going straight and putting her ult on Lulu, which is the wise idea, because Lulu really can't do much damage. Nice ult right there by Sona, trapping just about everybody. Nice ult by Ziggs, but it didn't do that much damage. Tristana does get the kill on Lulu and on Jarvan. Vayne gets the kill on Poppy, and looks like now Kha'Zix jumps right in, gets the kill on Sona. Tristana gets the kill on Vayne, and Vayne gets the kill on Tristana. In the meantime, Shaco does get... No, yeah, Shaco gets the kill on Vladimir. Kha'Zix gets the kill on Ziggs. Ziggs gets the kill on... No, Kha'Zix got the kill on Shaco. Shaco then in turn got the assist for helping Ziggs get the kill onto Kha'Zix. There you go. Looks like now Kha'Zix, or not Kha'Zix, Ziggs won't have any problem whatsoever taking down this tower, and interestingly enough, he went straight for the Zanya's Hourglass first instead of, say, Rabadon's, which that might have been the wiser choice to go for Rabadon's first. So he doesn't really have that much AP, his ultimate doesn't do that much damage, does about 535 damage, not taking into consideration, you know, magic resist and stuff like that. And if he has, you know, magic penetration, which I would be surprised if he didn't have at least some magic pen. In the meantime, we do see Vayne now building towards, I'm assuming, either Banshee's Veil or Quicksilver Sash. They did implement an upgrade to the Quicksilver Sash, but yeah, it's gonna be hard to tell. Let's just take a look real quick at the gold differences between the ADCs. Tristana at about 8.8k, Vayne at about 8.1k, almost 8.1k at least. Just actually slightly shy of that. So about 900 gold difference between them. Between the supports, it's about a 2,000 gold difference. Between the middles, or the tops rather, about nothing. There's no difference there. The jungles, there is about a 2,000 gold difference, and the middles now, about 200 gold. You can actually see the blue team's ahead by about, I want to say 4.7k gold or so. 4.6, 4.7, somewhere around there. Looks like now they'll try and maybe push top, or looks like they'll get back. I mean, I don't. Right now it's just pretty standard items across the board for pretty much everybody. Poppy now with that Trinity Force, which, again, as standard as you can get. I wouldn't be surprised to see her get a either Hextech Revolver or Gunblade next. I mean, that's another standard item, or Ginsu's Rage Blade as well. Just because, again, it's pretty standard on Poppy. It's one of those that it's almost a must-have. And Poppy right now is doing some pretty big damage to that Jarvan. Jarvan cataclysms himself in for about 2 seconds. Looks like now Tristana will go ahead and maybe get the assist right here on one of them. And Poppy right there just dying to Vladimir straight out. Tristana does die to Vayne, which good for her. Shaco did get the kill on Dragon in the meantime. So the blue team is still ahead by a wide margin. They didn't really lose much. Yes, 2 of them died, but it wasn't without great losses for the purple team, because 2 of them did take just a big chunk of damage. And looks like now both teams are going to just try and recoup their losses and see what they can do. And actually, Shaco right now with the Sunfire Cape, that is very, very odd indeed. Actually, Ziggs right there picks up the kill on Vladimir, and he didn't even have to use his ultimate because it was on CD. And now looks like he'll be building towards a Rabadon's death cap, which kind of late for Rabadon's death cap. It's about 26 or 25 and a half minutes in. Kha'Zix gets a nice leap off on that Shaco, and Shaco just managing to get out of the way, but Jarvan manages to pick up the kill on Shaco after Shaco gets the kill on Kha'Zix there. And Ziggs just doing some basic auto attack harassment. And Tristana now, again, not doing anything with that Giant's Belt. Again, I'm still saying she's gonna build that into a Warmog's armor. And it appears that yeah, she went ahead and finished off her Phantom Dancer. She'll probably get her Infinity Edge now just for the extra damage. I mean, she's got the Bloodthirster. She's got good lifesteal. She got good attack damage. She has good attack speed, especially when she pops her Rapid Fire. But she doesn't quite have the excess crit that she would like. As you can see, critting the big Wraith for about 442 versus about 1,000 once she gets that Infinity Edge. And it looks like Poppy now gonna be building towards a Bloodthirster. Wow. And yeah, it looks like that that Negatron Cloak is gonna be going towards a Banshee's Veil for Vayne there, because I guess she doesn't want to have to rely on popping the Quicksilver Sash because she does have Cleanse. Which, I mean, it's kind of redundant to have Cleanse and Quicksilver Sash, and I was actually wrong about Vladimir. He turned that second Giant's Belt into Ryla's Crystal Scepter, which that's a really good item for him. Gives him more health, more AP, and pretty much gives him double health and double AP based upon his passive. Actually, Poppy right there going in, putting her ultimate on, I guess, Lulu again? I ain't quite seen. Lulu actually survives as Ziggs ult, straight up. Meantime, Shaco gets the kill on Jarvan, and Vayne gets the kill on Poppy. Looks like now Lulu's gonna go ahead and live thanks to the horrid knockback of that Tristana. And that was really just a bad knockback for her. I'm guessing she was trying to get her into a wall, but that just ultimately failed, and Zig just did a ton of damage to that Vayne. And it looks like now the blue team is going to go ahead and take that tower and just back off, recoup their losses, maybe swing top and take this tower. Again, I'm confused as to what Tristan is building that Giants belt to. As I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Warmogs. I honestly wouldn't. Shaco now just getting just completely wrecked up at top. I mean, we can see that everybody can see him at this point in time. Looks like now he'll try and maybe deceive over the wall. And he actually flashes over the wall. No, he does deceive over the wall. Meantime, Vladimir got the kill in middle versus Ziggs, but Tristana got the kill on Vladimir, so nice one for one trade-off. And Shaco right there popping his hallucination, allowing Poppy to probably get away. Tristana just walking straight up into that 4v1 and dying outright. And yeah, it looks like now the purple team is going to go ahead and take the, not Dragon, the Baron. I would almost say uncontested, but they will have just, you know, minor attacks here and there. And as I said, that Kha'Zix is still waiting to build that into a Muramana. And then it'll upgrade into a Muramana the second he gets the Manamune. Meantime, Shaco gets the steal on Baron, surprisingly enough. Kha'Zix does get the kill on Shaco. Poppy gets the kill on Vayne. Looks like now Poppy dying to, or almost dying. Wow, Poppy managing to get the kill again on that Jarvan, just barely though. Poppy surviving with about not even 200 health. Now Poppy's gonna get the kill on Lulu here, and Kha'Zix dying right to, wow, triple kill. That would have been a pentakill had Vladimir been there. I'm sorry. Lost my train of thought for a second there. Meantime, we do see Ziggs finally with that Rabadon's death cap, as we said. Tristana now does have her no last whisper, oddly enough. I'm guessing for the armor pen. But, I don't know. Again, that Giant's belt's thrown me off. It's just one of those things that's thrown me off. Sorry. I know, very professional me drinking while casting. But, yeah, I've been casting for, what, 27 minutes now, non-stop talking? I think I'm entitled to something to drink. Especially considering this is downtime right now. Tristana is going to go ahead and get the dragon right here, with the help of Shaco, obviously. It looks like Lulu's going to know what's going on here, and the entire Pro team knows what's going on. Tristana leaps over the wall. I'm glad they actually made it to where she can leap over that wall. Because previously, even if you were, like, at the furthest range you could possibly be, or even close up, it doesn't matter what range you weren't able to leap over this wall right here. You weren't able to leap over this wall right here, going from Baron up to, the jungle over here. Same thing with the dragon, going from down here, Dragon's Pit, all the way up to your jungle. You weren't able to do that, and you weren't able to leap over this, like these walls right here. You weren't necessarily able to leap over, but sometimes you'd be able to barely manage it. And it looks like now the blue team's going to go ahead and try to push middle, maybe, and end this. Tristana now probably, I miscalled this once, but I'm not going to miscall it again. Now going to go for her Infinity Edge, because she has the 35%, which pretty much is the armor penetration percentage cap. Yeah, 35%. Yeah, because the maximum is 40% that you can ignore. So she's pretty much at that cap. Excuse me again. And yeah, not really much else to say at this point. Ziggs, his ultimate does about 900 damage before magic resist plays into effect. And wow, Lulu just has nothing compared to Sona. Sona's got her Michaeli's Crucible, or Malik. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. We do see Poppy ulting on that Lulu again. Ziggs just whiffing his ultimate right there. Poppy did get the kill on Vayne. Looks like now Vladimir's gonna die to Poppy. And Poppy now just on a killing spree. And nice polymorph by Lulu, but wasn't enough to actually do anything because they couldn't capitalize on it. And yeah, looks like now the blue team is going to go ahead and just try and maybe do something. Kha'Zix can get the kill on somebody here. Nice Zanya's Hourglass right there by Ziggs. A lot of people forget to use their Zanyas. Actually see Kha'Zix dying to Tristana, and Tristana getting, or dying to Jarvan there. And Sona, oddly enough, getting the kill on Jarvan, but then again, it's, 30, almost 40, almost 34 minutes into the game. And yeah, support v support, Sona will win because she's more fed, and there goes the surrender. But that goes to show you how, how a Baron steal can affect the game. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick edit here. It's gonna be, both casts are gonna be one video, obviously now. So yeah, I'll see you guys in just a few seconds. But again, this shows you the importance of knowing where your enemy is and not allowing them to steal your Baron, I guess. And we are back. So as you can see, we're about 5.5 minutes into this game. We've got, it appears, Ezreal top versus Wukong. This is an odd choice, like just straight up outright. We've got Kassadin middle versus Twisted Fate. I'm sorry, yeah. Ezreal top versus Wukong. Kassadin versus Twisted Fate, which the middle's, pretty solid right there. And then we have Alistar and Graves bottom versus looks like Sivir and Taric, and Nidalee's jungle for the purple team versus the jungle Shen for the blue team. And we did again jump in here after first blood. Looks like Shen got first blood on Twisted Fate, it appears. That's pretty odd, and I'm gonna go ahead and just change this up real quick. Just that way it's, how it was before. There we go. So, yeah. Actually, looks like Taric dying right there to Shen, which I can't say that I blame him at all for dying. And I'm sorry for not having the sound enabled for last cast, but here it is for this one. I completely forgot I turned it off when I was casting the tournament the other night. And I had turned it off again, or made sure I had it turned off again tonight because I was going to be casting another tournament, but it seemed like they were going to have 4 casters and wound up casting with 3. And really just one of them wound up doing the brunt of the talking and casting. But, yeah, Kha'Zix right now, or not Kha'Zix, Kassadin jumping straight onto that Twisted Fate, just pushing his advantage of being 2 levels above him. Which, can you really blame him? So, yeah, we've got Twisted Fate versus Kassadin. We've got, this is still baffling me, Ezreal versus Wukong. And actually, Ezreal is kicking Wukong's ass. I'm guessing just because of the poke range that Ezreal has. I mean, Ezreal is a weird person to go up against Wukong, but this Wukong is just playing it super duper safe. And there really isn't much for Ezreal to do other than just try and force Wukong out of lane. Do see Alistar now probably going to get caught out here. Nice start right there by Taric, and jump in by that Nidalee, and Graves with a nice smoke bomb. But will it be enough? No, Nidalee actually managed to pick up the kill on that Alistar underneath the tower. With Sivir and Taric helping though, so it wasn't just completely one person helping, it was a team effort. Meantime, we just see Wukong just feigning, porting back to base. In the meantime, Cassin does get the kill on Twisted Fate there with Shen's help, and now Shen can go ahead and head top and make that Wukong legitimately teleport back to base instead of just feigning it. But then again, Shen's only level 5, he doesn't have his ultimate, and he has level 1 taunt, which this is actually a pretty standard opener for Shen. When you're in the jungle, level 3 Vorpal Blade, level 1 shield, level 1 taunt by level 5. Usually though, I would go with level 2 shield, level 2 Vorpal Blade, and level 1 taunt. Meantime, we actually see Wukong right there getting the nice knock up on that Shen. Shen just eating a few turret hits, nothing he can't sustain though. Nice call right there by that Sivir. Going ahead and kill on Alistar. This is an odd game again. It's the whole concept of Ezreal being top that's throwing me off. I actually see Cassin being out of lane, Twisted Fate's taking advantage of that and trying to push a little bit. But now Cassin's back and he has his Tears of the Goddess. No, appears he actually already had that, so he's going to go ahead and start, well, continuing to build that. And it appears he's going to build towards a Catalyst the Protector and build that towards a Rod of Ages, like ASAP. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and speed it up here to ×2, just because it's really just a bunch of farming going on. Cassin's going to go ahead and get the blue as usual. Nidalee taking the blue for herself. Again, I'm not sure why she didn't give that to TF, but you know, TF does have blue card, which does help him. I'll go ahead and slow it down here to ×1 again, because we may wind up actually seeing something here. Shen just kind of waiting here for something to happen. I guess he's waiting to, be able to shadow dash over through the Baron wall over here. Or maybe wait and see what goes on at top. And it looks like, no, he's gonna try and help middle, it seems. Because yes, he's teleporting right onto Cassin, and Cassin going straight onto that TF, getting the kill again on that TF. And now Nidalee can just sit here and wait in this bush for something to happen. And she does let her presence known, but there's really not much she can do. In the meantime, we do have just a passive game down here at bottom for both teams. Nothing really going on. Graves doing absolutely no damage whatsoever to that Taric. He shot him and did about 30 damage. That's saying something considering Taric's support. Nice jump in right there by Alistar. But looks like though that Graves just took a brunt of damage from I don't know what. Like, I don't know what actually hit Graves to have him like lose so much health in an instant. Maybe it was Dazzle? Maybe? Nice jump in again by that Alistar, knocking up Sivir. It looks like TF now gonna try and ult in a bottom. Cassin's bottom right now, trying to help get a kill down here. In the meantime, Wukong does get killed up top, or get a kill up top on Ezreal thanks to Twisted Fate and Nidalee. And looks like Graves right now getting the kill on Sivir. Alistar getting the, or not Alistar, Taric getting the kill onto Graves, and Cassin getting the kill on Taric. So Twisted Fate actually ulting up top to help get the kill on Ezreal versus teleporting down to bottom and helping get the kill on there. Looks like now that the blue team is going to go ahead and take the dragon uncontested, which I can't say I blame them one bit. It's an uncontested dragon. It's 12 and a half minutes into the game. Dragon should be respawning again at like about 14 and a half, 15 minutes into the game. Nidalee does take the tower up top though, so that kind of evens up the gold difference a little bit. There's still about 1.4 to 1.5k gold difference between both teams. We actually see right now between the middles, there's about 1.1k gold difference. Now about a 1,000 gold difference. That's It's pretty huge. Cassin's 3-0 and Twisted Fate's 0-3. I mean, granted, all of his deaths aren't to just Cassin, but it looks like now Cassin gonna go ahead and maybe get the kill again. Yes, he gets the kill again on that Twisted Fate. And Cassin's now 4-0. And that Blessing one's probably gonna be building towards the Rod of Ages first before the Archangel Staff, just because he wants to continue to, continue to build up that mana from the Tear of the Goddess versus the, the just total awesomeness of the Archangel Staff. I'm sorry, I lost track of what I was actually saying there, so I didn't make any sense whatsoever. Shows you need to take a break before casting. I took no break whatsoever. We actually see Shen right now appears ulting bottom and almost getting a taunt off on Sivir. Looks like now Tarek getting knocked back by that Alistar. Casting getting the kill on Tarek and Sivir getting the kill on Alistar. Looks like now TF just ulting to see where everybody is. And he ulted middle to try and push middle a little bit. But Ezreal was right there with a Bloodthirster waiting for him. And Ezreal's now just going to start building up stacks of Bloodthirster because why not? You know? And there's really not much TF can do about it other than just try and do some poke and hope Ezreal can't, regen the health. In the meantime, we did see Graves just ult onto that Sivir, getting the kill on her. And I don't know. That Ezreal top play probably threw the purple team off as much as it threw me off. And nice jump in there by Cassin getting the kill on Twisted Fate again. So Cassin's now 6-0, which great spot for him, bad spot for that Twisted Fate. Fail flash by Shen, allowing Nidalee to pick up the kill on him. Which that was just a fail flash. I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up again because really not much is happening. Nidalee's gonna go ahead and force. Oh no, Wukong's gonna go ahead and force Cassin out of lane. Cassin's gonna go ahead and get the blue. Graves and Alistar are gonna go ahead and do some poking down here at bottom. And again, not really much. I'm just trying to catch up to the real time, to the live portion of the game. I actually see right now the purple team going ahead and taking that bottom tower, and Nidalee just taking no damage whatsoever. And now Nidalee's gonna go ahead and take that last golem from Shen, which that will hurt him just a little bit, not too much though, but it's just enough to pour just a little dash of salt into the wound of being forced out of your jungle by the other jungle. In the meantime, we actually see Nidalee now taking the entire Wraith camp. No, she'll probably leave one Wraith up. No, looks like she'll leave two Wraiths up and just focus on tagging Shen, which, Shen's building towards a Sunfire Cape first instead of a Warmogs, which that's personal preference on that one, which one you want to build first, but you're always going to get a Warmogs no matter what. Again, I said it last game, you're going to go ahead and get a Warmogs almost no matter what. That Wukong is not building it yet, but he probably will soon. Now, as I said, Cassin went for the Rod of Ages first before the Archangel Staff. Mostly because the Archangel Staff reduces the amount of regen you get. Because Tear of the Goddess gives you 7 mana per 5, I believe. The Archangel Staff only gives you 4. Plus, I believe it has a longer CD on when it can give you the bonus mana. Meantime, it looks like Wukong Ezreal just barely survives with about 80 health. And now he'll just continue pushing again, knowing full well there's nothing anybody can do to him at this point, because Wukong wasted his ultimate to go ahead and try and get a kill, but he honestly didn't. And we're going to go ahead and just speed up a little bit. Nidalee will maybe die here to that, no, Nidalee gets the kill on Cassin, shutting down his killing spree. Tarek gets the kill on Shen, shutting him down just, for about 20 seconds or so. In the meantime, where was it that tower just died? I'm guessing bottom? I guess? Because it didn't actually show where the, like, which tower died. I would have to assume bottom though, because that's where the creeps were. And now it looks like the purple team's going to go ahead and take Dragon uncontested. Which, nice turn of events. And we're actually on equal gold footing here. Almost 20 minutes into the game. Just, that's something you very rarely see. Considering that the blue team's, you know, about 4 kills in the lead. That just shows you that the purple team is keeping up on the CS front. You know, Sivir's beating Graves in CS. Twisted Fate's beating Cassin in the CS. But Ezreal's just dominating Wukong in the CS. You can actually see Ezreal has has more than twice the amount of CS that Wukong does. That's pretty bananas. And yeah, looks like Cassin's gonna take a couple of turret hits to the face and back, which I don't necessarily recommend, but he can do it. It's not that big of an issue for him. Nidalee and Shen just, you know, going blow to blow up at top. Shen will come out a slight victor here, but not too much. Meantime, Graves gets the kill on Sivir with the help of pretty much the entire team other than Shen. And as I said, Nidalee will go ahead and just wreck Shen now because that's what Nidalee does. A nice spear right there by Nidalee, going ahead and pick up the kill on Shen, which he was walking straight. You know, if he had moved to the left, like this is where he died, if he had moved over here instead of continue going straight, he would have lived. Plain and simple. Meantime, we do see Cassidy now trying to figure out where Nidalee's going, and he'll probably get the kill on Nidalee. No, actually, looks like Twisted Fate's gonna save Nidalee, but Graves just bursting that Twisted Fate down like no tomorrow. And it looks like, wow, Alistar's gonna go ahead and just try and chase right now. Graves also trying to chase, and Nidalee just giving them a run for their money. Wukong picks up a kill on both Kassadin and on Ezreal. And it looks like now Shen not too happy about what happened there. But really, Nidalee's just leaving them in the dust because she's just going all through the bushes. Like, that's the flaw of chasing a Nidalee. It's like chasing a Shen. Or not a Shen, a Singed. It's one of those things you just don't do unless you want to be completely out of position. Meantime, Shen does ult in onto Alistar right there, which was a mistimed ult because Alistar wasn't anywhere near a fight. Like, yes, he was being harassed, but he wasn't anywhere close to any of them in order for Shen to taunt them and maybe get a kill. But again, we see the CS differences right now, and it's playing a big difference in the gold, you know, differences. Again, sorry, I need to drink. You guys hopefully understand. Last game was 31 minutes of casting, non-stop, and, well, not non-stop because I did take a few seconds to drink, but again, what are you going to do? Actually, at this point in time, Cassin should be looking to upgrade that Tear of the Goddess to the Archangel staff because he's closing in pretty fast on the cap on the Tear of the Goddess / Archangel staff, which will give him the Seraph's Embrace. And I actually would like to see a Rabadon's after this by Cassin, either Rabadon's or Void Staff. One of those two items on Cassin just for the Magic Pen. Either Magic Pen or increased AP, which will do the same thing. You know, but I like the Magic Pen side. Just a little tidbit. I enjoy the Magic Pen. You know, I'm all for Armor Pen and Magic Pen versus just about anybody. Meantime, we actually see Shen right now just being forced out of the lane by Nidalee. Jungle v jungle. Shen's gonna lose constantly to that Nidalee. Nidalee will take a turret hit and barely take any damage for it. Meantime, Twisted Fate does ult, And it looks like he's gonna ult down here in the middle and really just ult away from everybody. You know, there was nobody for him. He actually didn't even move that far. He moved from like over here to over here. So wasted ult question mark? Like, that is just one of those things you very, very rarely see, is somebody wasting their ultimate like that. And Twisted Fate's 0-7, but he has just a ton of AP, and like, look at the goal differences between them. There's about 8,000 or 800 goal difference between them, but Twisted Fate's still ahead on the CS. Nice ult by Ezreal, hitting just about everybody there in the middle. Wukong gets a nice ult in, knocking just about everybody up and doing a big chunk of damage. And Alistar right now tanking hits for no reason whatsoever. Twisted Fate gets the kill on Alistar, even though Alistar was underneath the tower. And Nidalee with a spear from nowhere trying to get a nice lucky hit in, but really not worth it. Sivir jumps in right here trying to get a kill. And Nidalee again just taking turret hits left and right like it's nothing, because to her it is nothing. And yes, the purple team's down on kills, but they're ahead on CS. Well, just about ahead on CS, and Ezreal now has almost 3 times as much CS as Wukong, which, that's pretty bananas. He has about 2.5 times as much CS as Wukong. Again, that's bananas. You don't normally see that, but then again, it's double ADC versus 1 ADC. And Casson is still holding on to that Tear of the Goddess. Doesn't quite have enough. Well, he does have enough money to upgrade it now, but he'd rather not. We actually see the gold difference right now, even with Dragon under the second dragon for them under their belts. The blue team's still behind by about almost 2,000 gold. So again, shows you the importance of CS. They are losing they're winning the kill, or they're winning the team fights and winning in kills, but they're losing in CS other than Ezreal. Nice actual ult right there by Wukong, but it didn't actually kill anybody again. It's one of those like miss ult type of times. Nice knock up there by Alistar, but again, there's just no follow-ups whatsoever. Meantime, we do have Ezreal going ahead and pushing top, even though the entirety of the purple team is going ahead and pushing middle. Not the entirety, but most of the purple team is pushing middle. Nidalee's pushing bottom. And again, that Ezreal is just pushing away. Nobody's stopping him. And he can still go ahead and push top, and really the only person that's coming to stop him is Wukong, and even then he can deal with Wukong 1v1, because Wukong's just now hitting over 100 CS, and Ezreal still has, 2.5 times as much CS as Wukong. He has more than Sivir, he has more than Nidalee, he has more than just about more than everybody on the purple team. You can see the gold differences right now. Ezreal's made about 9.4k gold this entire game so far. Gray is making 10.2k, Sivir making about 10.1, Wukong about 7.4. But here's the biggest difference. Well, one of the biggest differences is the the supports. Now we see 7,100 by Tarek versus the 6,300 of the Alistar, which that's a pretty big difference for supports. And then you look at the jungles, you got Nidalee at 11k versus the 7k of Shen. That is an astronomical amount of difference between them. That's why Purple Team can push like they are and do what they're doing. Because they're just keeping up on the CS and doing whatever the hell they please. Yes, Azriel's farmed like all hell, but everybody else isn't. As I said, um, wow, actually, he Casson got a Rabadon's before finishing up his Archangel staff, which again, he's probably just holding on for as long as possible onto that tier of the goddess. Because that does give him, you know, quite a bit amount of regen. 7 mana per 5 doesn't seem like a lot, but it's better than 4 mana per 5. You know? I actually see Sivir popping her. Oh no, she has. Wow. She has a Banshee's Veil and her Spell Shield, which that's kind of overkill. She's blocking two specials, like two spells every 30 or every 90 seconds. No, every 25 seconds. Her Spell Shield has about, at level 5, I believe, a 13-second cooldown. I think it's been a while since I've been Sivir, but I believe it's like 11 or 13 seconds. We actually see TF still with level 1 boots, just pushing top. Because again, nobody's there to stop him. You know, there quite literally is nobody to stop him because the entirety of the blue team is focused on middle, and one of them is gonna have to go bottom to stop that Nidalee from pushing. And Nidalee, as I said, went for Warmogs. We've got Wukong with the Warmogs. We've got Shen with nothing right now. He hasn't had enough time to farm. He has an Aegis of the Legion, but that's really it, other than his Sunfire cape. Meantime, we did see a kill on Twisted Fate, but Twisted Fate's 1 in 9, so it's not much of a shock. Nidalee gets the kill on Ezreal right there. Graves gets the kill on Wukong. And Casson actually finally gets a kill on Sivir, which more power to him. And it looks like now that Nidalee's probably a little trapped now. Yes, Nidalee's definitely dead at this point in time. Graves managing to get the kill on the shutdown with that. And now Tarek's running with his tail between his legs because it's, you know, 4 people alive for the blue team versus him. I mean, Twisted Fate did just revive, so yeah, there's that. Ooh. Sorry. It is pretty late or early, depending on how you want to look at it for me. So, yeah, in the meantime, it does look like the blue team is going to go ahead and try and take Baron. But the purple team knows all about this. I highly doubt they're going to let it go uncontested. Lol. Tarek just warding the crap out of it. And Twisted Fate probably waiting to do that, but he didn't have enough AP it seems, or he mistimed it. And the blue team now has Baron, but can they capitalize on it? That is the biggest question. We actually see Ezreal right now getting the Iceborne Gauntlets, which, again, pretty standard on him now, since they introduced that just about a lot of people have been getting. I don't want to say everybody, but it's one of those standard items on a lot of champions now. We actually see Shen building, I'm guessing, towards a runic bulwark, rather. Getting a Giant's Belt, which will probably this time be towards the Warmogs. Nidalee gets the kill on Dragon with the help of the rest of her team. And she'll go ahead and start pushing bottom again. Nidalee with 3.7k health. I mean, she's got her Spirit Visage. She's got a Warmogs. She has a Trinity Force. There's not really much else you can ask from a Nidalee, other than building a ton of AP as well. you know? And actually, Nidalee now can get caught out here. Nice knockup by that Alistar, but really the Alistar and Shen don't do enough damage to warrant killing Nidalee, especially when she can heal and heals for a big chunk of her health. I don't exactly know the number, but I'm guessing it's about 400 to 500 health. Just base, not including the 30 AP she has. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see her pop out of cat form now. Yeah, so it's actually just under two or just over 200. Casson did get the kill in the meantime up here in the jungle versus that Twisted Fate. Which actually, yeah, Twisted Fate died right here, so Casson got the kill on that. But again, Twisted Fate's 1 and 10. He is the sole reason right now that the blue team's ahead by 7 kills. But nice chunk of damage right there by Graves onto that Nidalee. Nidalee really not being able to do much, but actually no, I'm wrong. Nidalee will heal for about 300 or so thanks to that Spirit Visage. You see right now she's healing herself, doing the best she can to go ahead and heal. And she's at 2.9k now. Almost 300 health from her heal thanks to that Spirit Visage, or Visage, however you want to pronounce it. Same thing. But, I don't know. Looks like now the Sivir going ahead and getting the red buff here thanks to Nidalee a little bit. But again, the blue team had Baron, and they still have it for about another 20 seconds or so. But they're not capitalizing it. They can't capitalize on having the Baron buff. Yes, they got Baron, but what do you do when you can't do much other than defend? They can't push, they can't do anything other than defend. So I think the blue team is just trying to draw this out long enough for the rest of them to go ahead and get the proper items to go ahead and just completely stomp the purple team. But at the same time, the purple team is not going to let them just sit back and farm, which, you might say, yes, it looks like the purple team is allowing that to happen, but not really. They're also farming as well, so it's not like, hey, we're just going to sit back and farm. Well, actually, it kind of is. Again, not much to say at this point. Just because there is very, very little going on. We're 37.5 minutes into the game. Only 33 deaths total. That's pretty low for games like this. Then again, yeah, I don't know. Again, the blue team just had Baron, and they sat back with it. Again, they had Baron. Nidalee now still pushing bottom, and I just don't get why the purple team doesn't go ahead and just full on team push a lane and win. They can do that outright instead they're just farming. There's really not much more farming that can be done other than Nidalee getting a Bloodthirster. Nidalee getting a Bloodthirster is, not something you necessarily want to do, but it's alright, I guess. Meantime, we do see Wukong going ahead and, doing some well, actually, no, it looks like the entirety of the purple team, again, aside from Nidalee, because she has to be the lone ranger on this one, going ahead and pushing top. Nidalee's pushing bottom, and Graves right now doing a good chunk of damage to that Nidalee, forcing her back. But again, why is the purple team not pushing? This is something that I wish Riot could fix. Like, hey, it's almost 40 minutes into the game. You should really team push. Not to get onto a soapbox or anything, but they're wasting time. That's all they're doing at this point. I'm not even going to commentate because they're wasting time. The purple team has this in the bag. The longer they wait, the more likely of a chance that somebody's gonna screw up, and the purple team, or not the purple team, the blue team is just gonna go ahead and capitalize on that one screw up and push and win the game. They have one tower to go in the bottom, one tower to go in the middle, and just the base tower up at top. So technically 2 in the middle, 2 in the bottom, 1 at the top. And if they just completely dominate top right now, they'll probably go ahead and push and win. Wukong, however, does ult, which doesn't really do much. Ezreal gets the kill on Sivir, and Cassin gets the kill on Wukong. But in the meantime, it looks like now this is exactly what had to happen. Graves gets the kill on Twisted Fate. After Twisted Fate gets the kill on the tower here in the middle, and Nidalee gets the kill on Graves, and now Cassin's gonna go ahead and get the... No, Ezreal got the kill on that Nidalee, and now the blue team should go ahead and push. There's 4 of them alive. There's no reason for them not to push. They have a good 20 to 30 seconds before the entirety of the purple team's back up. It looks like they're gonna go ahead and try to Baron again. Like, I understand when you're ahead, get further ahead, but you're not that far ahead. In fact, you're pretty behind. You know? Like, this kind of baffles me. They're gonna go ahead and get Baron again, or are they gonna sit on their asses with it this time? Because if they're gonna continue doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and just edit this. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and trim this one if they take it any longer to actually push and win one of the teams. Because this is ridiculous. We joined, it was what, like 5 minutes in? We're now 41.5 minutes in? I'm sorry to go on a soapbox about this, but Twisted Fate's 1 and fucking 11. Push! Twisted Fate's useless. There's not much you can do. Cassin's 11 and 2. Ezreal's 3-3. Shen's 3-3. Graves is 7-2. Like, literally, there's nothing that the blue team can get at this point, other than the support finishing off his items. I mean, it's just maddening that they're waiting this long. Again, I understand, oh, I want to get my full build, but it doesn't matter. You're wasting time. You can see the goal differences right now is about 1.8k. It's not that big. And now it looks like, again, Nidalee's trying to push bottom, and the rest of our teams defend middle. Graves is pushing bottom, or trying to defend bottom. Nidalee now is probably going to try and backdoor middle, which, good! Yeah, the quicker she can get that inhibitor down, the better. Graves right now just completely... What the hell is the blue team doing? Graves can handle this. Like, I have no idea what they're expecting to do here other than just draw out the game even further. Taric gets a nice stun off on Alistar, but there's no follow-up for it. You know, none whatsoever. Taric's just doing attack damage to Alistar. Alistar being ballsy enough to try and go in here, knocking Wukong up, but again, Wukong's gonna ultimate, and he may wind up getting the kill on Ezreal, which he does. I mean, again, not much to cast. Shen managing to shadow dash through the trees right there, which again, that's something that very rarely happens. And now, please, dear, for the love of the League gods, push. Twisted Fate gets killed again by Cassin, but Sivir gets the kill on Cassin, so 1-for-1 trade-off on that. And 2 people for the blue team are dead now. And Shen's nowhere to be found. Good! Thank you! The purple team is actually pushing now, and they might actually end it, which I hope they do. Looks like now they're going to try and maybe swing top and get the tower kill and inhibitor kill. But again, they're backing off. For whatever reason. It's still 4v2, or 4v3 rather. My, this is, as a caster, you don't know how much this frustrates me. And as just a MOBA player in general, this frustrates me beyond belief that, the game is clearly over. The purple team has this in the bag. The blue team now has had Baron buff twice and have not capitalized on it at all. Like, at all. They haven't. They haven't capitalized on Baron buff both times they've had it, and there's really nothing for them to get at this point. Only ones who really kind of need to finish off their builds are Shen, Kassadin, and Alistar. But Alistar is being smart and just warding like a beast, carrying 9 to 10 wards on him the entire time. But it doesn't really matter because Taric is, Taric has an Oracles and is kind of doing the same thing with his Sightstone. Meantime, we do see now the purple team going ahead and trying to push that top with Sivir, Taric, and Nidalee the only ones not atop. But I actually have no idea what Nidalee's doing middle right now, just pushing with the mega creeps. I mean, it's a nice distraction, but she'd be better off going top and just pushing with her team. In the meantime, we do see Graves now just doing a chunk of damage to Nidalee. Nidalee dies again because she's not with her team. Why is Nidalee never with her team? Ever. We do see Alistar almost dead here. And Shen getting the kill on Wukong. Twisted Fate actually getting the kill on Shen. But Ezreal getting the kill on Sivir. Sivir getting the kill on Ezreal, and Kassadin dying to Twisted Fate. And wow, Twisted Fate has a bunch of AP all of a sudden. And is kind of a threat. But again, the purple team is just waiting for something to happen. And the blue team is waiting for something to happen as well. The purple team have clearly won this. Like, they're just delaying the inevitable of them winning. And really, 14 health on that tower? You're telling me nobody's gonna go ahead and backdoor that? Nobody? Thank you, Twisted Fate. Thank you. For going ahead and backdooring that tower. Thank you. It could also BD the inhibitor, but I don't know. No, it looks like that the entirety of the purple or the blue team is going to go ahead and be up here in just a few seconds, so he's wise enough to back off. But again, Nidalee just getting caught out right there by Graves and dying flat out to Graves, which shows her, hey, I need to be with my team, otherwise I'm going to fucking die. She got owned 1v1 versus Graves, which that's not something that should ever happen. And I mean ever. Nidalee dying to Graves should happen only if Nidalee's tanked just about everything under the sun. And even then, looks like now that the purple team is going to go ahead and try and get Baron. Wukong just taking a ton of damage for whatever reason from Baron. But Sivir going ahead and helping him out now. And she'll go ahead and tank the Baron so that way he can go ahead and regen some of that HP thanks to Warmogs. And yeah, looks like Shen stealing the Baron kill from them. But again, the blue team's got Baron for the third time now. But they can't do anything but defend with it. Even the first two times they had it, they could have pushed, but decided not to. I mean, I like this play right here from the purple team, going ahead and just taking the inhibitor, saying screw it. I think they've had enough of this dilly-dallying back and forth, and gonna go ahead and just try and push and win. So again, yes, the blue team has Baron, but purple team's still up by 4,000 gold. You know, facts are facts, and you know, all 3 inhibitors now are down for the blue team. Blue team have no inhibitors, they just have their Nexus towers, and that's it. You know, if the purple team decides to back off here, I wouldn't be as shocked because blue team has Baron, they're defending at their base, you know, at their Nexus towers, which those kind of tend to hurt, you know, after Shard 2. In the meantime, Nidalee gets the kill on Graves, Wukong gets the kill on Ezreal, and I wouldn't be surprised if the game's just over at this point. Casting gets the kill on Twisted Fate, no surprise. Sivir gets the kill on both Kassadin and on Alistar. And so, yeah, that's game. Again, shows you the importance of not sitting on your ass twice when you have Baron. But that is it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed the dual back-to-back casts. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow for the next videos.